everyone. In this video, I'll show you how to replace the button on an electric kettle. I have a Reinberg electric kettle and it has stopped working. When you press the button, the light doesn't turn on. The water doesn't heat up. It needs to be repaired. First of all, you need to disconnect the power supply. From the kettle, take a small Phillips screwdriver and unscrew the screw in this handle. The device in the kettle might vary a bit, so this screw could be on the top or the bottom. And now you can remove this cover. Along with the cover, let's open it up. And we take it off. It has this appearance with a hinge. To make sure that the power button is faulty, you need to take a regular multimeter and set it to the continuity mode. And while pressing it, check how these two contacts behave. They should be closed. I bring the probes to both contacts. And you can see that there's no reaction, the button doesn't work. There's no beep. To replace it, you need to disconnect the two contacts. They can be a bit tight to pull out, so you should have a needle handy to press the latch. And after that we unscrew this screw that attaches the button to the body of the electric kettle. Then you need to remove the decorative button, which is snapped on with small latches. We gently pull it out so we don't break them, because later we'll put it back in place on the new button. It has this appearance. Let's set it aside for now. The control button of the electric kettle has this design. Here we have, it's a thermoplastic piece that expands when heated and releases this button. Power supply. There's also a contact group inside that often burns out or even completely fails. But this happens because moisture from the steam constantly gets in here and it's subject to a lot of wear and tear. Of course, you can try to disassemble it, clean it, and put it back together, but very often the button can't be repaired because the contacts burn out. It needs to be replaced. To replace it, I bought a new button. It looks like this. Its price is about 50 hryvnias. It's inexpensive. And it is completely identical. Original. Also, very often these buttons have a problem with the plate. It rusts over time. It breaks, and at that point, the auto function no longer works, turning off the kettle when the water boils. So this plate will be a spare for this button. They are interchangeable. Now we install the new button in its place. We screw it in with a small screw that we removed. And connect it contacts. Make sure the contacts fit tightly. Otherwise the button will burn out and won't last long. If the contacts are slightly loose, you need to use a small pair of pliers. Slightly tighten them. The contacts are rounded like this, so we carefully tighten one. And the other side, just make sure not to flatten it, otherwise it won't hold. And we do the same thing with the other contact. And after that you can connect the button, put it on the button. Contacts. Here's the button connected. You can check how it works with a multimeter and then install the decorative cover in place. We connect the probe story to the switch terminals and check how it opens and closes. you can see that the button is working. We turn it off. And it's no longer beeping, so the button is working. After this, we install the decorative button in its place until it's secured. The button is in its place. And after that, we screw the decorative cover back in place on the handle. Now all that's left is to pour water into the kettle and check how it works. We turn on the kettle. The button at the bottom has lit up. And you can hear hissing from the heating element. You can see that it's heating up. The lower coil, hidden, has bubbles here. Let's wait for the kettle to boil. We'll see how it turns off when it reaches boiling. Here, the kettle has started to boil. The first steam appeared. Active boiling has started. And kettle is off. You watched a video on how to change the power button on an electric kettle. Write your comments and feedback, like the video, subscribe to our channel, stay with us, and goodbye everyone.